Hello, I'm Alvin Chang. We're in BTAT 6110, Biblical Care and Counseling with Dr. Lily Park. I'm making a video on my paper, my essay, which is Biblical Counseling as the Heart of Biblical Leadership. That is my thesis for the essay. And one of the parts of the paper is in regards to my role and what I do in my ministry as a pastoral administrator. And how biblical counseling is weaved into what I do. So, as a pastoral administrator, I wear many hats, and one of them is as a building coordinator, as a missions director, a children's ministry director, a young adult ministry director, and also I'm in charge of all the means of communication for the church. So in what I do, I have different groups of volunteers. None of them are paid staff. And so as the leader, they look at me for vision, for mission, for some sort of guidance on how each of these groups ought to function. And so I'd like to read a quick quote from my paper. And so as it says here, it says, "These volunteers look to me for direction, guidance, and a vision for how each ministry is to operate. This means that I must possess the proper qualities of a biblical church leader with the proper theology of the church as a whole. I must comprehend that these groups of people I lead are in the best place possible for life change. The work that they do in each of these ministries are secondary to their function as a community of believers who love one another and seek the best for one another. This affords me the opportunity to delve deep into their lives in relationship because I know that it allows for a group of believers who can care for them, keep them accountable, and walk with them because they have served together in ministry." And this book that we use for this class, The Theology of Biblical Counseling by Lambert, at the last chapter, it talks about biblical counseling and the theology of the church. He emphasizes that as pastors, you have to understand that preaching is one good section of delivering the gospel, and counseling is the other part that delivers the gospel to people. And then he urges us, Lambert does, in saying this. He says, "Pastors need to be committed to creating a group of ministers in the local church who are equipped to build the body up in Christ in the context of conversations." And so my thesis in this essay is talking about how biblical counseling, the conversations we have with people in the group of volunteers that we work with, that's where the heart of counseling comes from, and that the biblical leader needs biblical counseling to share the gospel and the means of grace to these people, so that in order to lead them to their work. So that's it. Alvin Chang in BTAT 6110. My essay says Biblical Counseling as the Heart of Biblical Leadership.